it's Lucy from agood.chat. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to do a really quick video and tell you about 5 self-care things that you can do today to improve your day, your week, and your year. Now, 2021, let's get it off to a good start. Everybody out there should have a self-care plan or some vague idea at least of what self-care actually is. Now we're going to have videos all through the year about self-care, so I'm not going to do much today except tell you 5 really easy things that you can do today to get started on actual self-care. Number 1, get some fresh air and some exercise. Go for a walk, even if you just go around the block. Take your dog or borrow someone else's and go for a walk. Go to the gym, hit the treadmill, whatever your way of getting some exercise is. Now, even if you don't go particularly hard and you just go for a nice mild stroll and you don't get your heart rate particularly elevated, just being out in the fresh air and the light and being outside is going to elevate chemicals in your brain and a whole bunch of hormones will be released and your day will feel so much better. If you take 10 minutes a day to go for a walk, you'll start seeing improvements tomorrow. Number 2, make your bed. It sounds really simple, but not enough people do it. Now, preferably you want to actually strip it off and put nice fresh linens on it. Now, that's not something that you have to do every day, but you should be doing it weekly at the very least. Now, if you sweat a lot or if you're oily and you're leaving residue on your sheets, you want to change those off as frequently as possible. Have a backup set in there and don't use cheap sheets. Make that investment in yourself and buy cotton, linen, or something really nice to sleep in. You want natural fibers so that you don't sweat and the sweat doesn't just sit there in your bed. Sleep is so important and it's really easy to start making some really good sleep habits for you today. Freshen up your mattress and your sheets while you do it with either a spray or just use some essential oils like peppermint or lavender or a really nice smell that you enjoy. Pop it in a little spray bottle with a little bit of alcohol and some water and just spritz it over it so that it gives your mattress and your sheets a nice fresh fragrance so that when you climb into bed, it's just a really relaxing thing. If you can't change your bed sheets for whatever reason, at least just go and change your pillowcase and make your bed. Changing your pillowcase really frequently really helps with keeping your skin looking great and making sure all that dirt and oil that collects in those pillowcases really quickly isn't just being rubbed back into our face. Even if you shower every day, you're still going to be leaving oils and hair, dander and stuff that you really don't want to think about on your pillowcases, so change them really frequently. If you've got bad skin, change them daily. Tidy the space around the bed as well. Make sure that when you go to get into your bed at night, it's nice, fresh, clean, the whole space is tidy and you've got a relaxing space for you to start making some really positive sleep changes so that you get a really good night's sleep. The last thing you want to do is stress about the mess next to your bed when you go to bed at night. Keep the place tidy, keep your bed made, keep it nice and fresh. Give it a few hours every day to air off and then go in and make the bed. It's as simple as that to start getting a good night's sleep. Number 3, eat one healthy meal today. Forgo the snacks and the sugars and the carbs and just eat a really veggie loaded and protein balanced meal. Don't eat any processed foods for just one meal a day and see what a difference it makes to you at the end of 7 days. Cutting out carbs, which are not really necessary for our bodies, and cutting out sugars, which are absolutely not essential for our bodies. You will get plenty of those in the good foods that you eat. And filling a plate with salads, greens, vegetables, it'll make a huge difference over time, but it'll start making an immediate difference to your mood, your blood sugar levels, and how you feel on a daily basis. Also, mentally, knowing that you've made a healthy choice for the day really starts to empower you and it makes you start feeling really good. So get in there and get a salad on your plate today. You'll be amazed at the difference that it makes in a really short time. Number 4, take a quiet moment out of your day. Not everybody's into meditation and some people really just don't understand the concept of it, and that's absolutely okay. You don't need to be a yogi or a Buddhist and meditate. All you have to do is take a moment to be there. Just quiet contemplation of your mood, of yourself, of your surrounds. Find somewhere really nice, relaxing and quiet. Go for a walk, go for a drive to the beach and just stare at the ocean for a few minutes. Anything that you can do to really settle your mind and bring a sense of peace and calm in that moment, that's meditation. Try stretching your body for 2 minutes a day as well, just before you start your contemplation routine. You want to get yourself feeling good. And a really easy way of calming our minds is to stretch out all that lactic acid that builds up in our bodies. You really want to start a routine where you take a few moments, just 2 or 3 minutes a day, to relax and stop worrying about everything. Allow things to pass through your mind without holding on to the thoughts. Allow them to be there, but don't actually latch onto them. Just acknowledge that they exist, that they're there, and let them be. If you get into the routine of just spending 2 minutes a night just before you get into bed, you'll start finding that you start feeling less stressed as you go to sleep, which will help you get good night's sleep. And of course, that's completely vital to our health. Number 5, start journaling or noting down your emotions, thoughts, and feelings. Note 3 things a day that you did well. Even if there were 3 things from this list that you did well today, you can build on that for tomorrow to get 3 new things, all 3 of the same things. It really doesn't matter. The more we train our mind to start accepting and looking for the positive things in our world, then the easier it is for us to build a positive attitude really quickly. And a positive attitude brings about massive changes in the way that our brains think about daily things. Suddenly you go from stressing about everything, feeling depressed, lost, and useless, and you start acknowledging the beauty and the grace of the world around us. We start acknowledging that there are positive things that we contribute to the world, and that makes a huge difference to the way that we feel about ourselves. The knock-on effects of just writing down a few things a day in a journal, a note, a diary, or your phone will make a huge difference long term. You don't have to get detailed with things, but if you want to start keeping detailed bullet journals, there are plenty of videos out there to help you set one up for yourself and get it going really well. Those things are beautiful, and I really wish that I was the sort that kept one of those. I'm not. I just write things down in my phone, or I have a little notebook on my desk and I write things in it when I feel them. I write down notes, plans, ideas for blogs. I write down 3 things every day that I note about myself that I did really well. No one else is going to give you a pat on the back when we're adults. Very rarely does someone come up to you and say, hey, great job. But if you can do it to yourself, you start recognizing the things that you are doing well, and you'll keep doing them well. You don't need external validation. You just need validation, and the most important one comes from ourselves. Journaling is a tool of validation, but it also can help you track all those dark moods that you're having and figure out where they're coming from and how intrusive they actually are. Once you know these things about yourself, you can either seek out help through a counselor or a psychiatrist, or you can start to self-monitor and plan your own self-care. But start journaling today just with 3 bullet points of things that you did well and that you appreciated in your day, or that you noted that you really enjoyed or really liked, and see what a difference it makes after a month. I promise you'll start to feel a lot more positive about the way you view the world. So that's our 5 things today. And bonus round on that, I probably should have just put it into the list to begin with, is drink tea. Drink lots of tea, but you want to drink it black, and you want to have either black, green, or herbal tisanes. You really don't want to be drinking milky, sugary tea all day, because that's just going to be adding empty calories, and that kind of defeats the purpose. Tea is really hydrating. It also contains minerals and a few vitamins that are really good for you, particularly the herbal teas. There's lots of really good compounds that can be found in a good herbal blend. Now, these can literally have an immediate effect on your body or an accumulative effect on your body. Chamomile tea really will help you sleep at night. Peppermint tea really will help settle your stomach. Ginger tea really will help with travel sickness and motion sickness. There are also calmatives and relaxatives. Black tea is filled with antioxidants. Green tea is filled with a whole bunch of antioxidants. Get into them today. If you want a flavour tea, go and find a flavour tea that you enjoy and that you can enjoy with either a lot less sugar, or start switching over to something a bit more natural and good for you like honey, which calorie-wise is the same as sugar, but nutrition-wise it's a vastly different product. A little squeeze of lemon juice or a little dash of honey, perfectly acceptable. Sugar and milk, not so much. So get into it today and grab yourself a wonderful cup of tea. So that's it. That's my list for today. 5 really easy things that you can do today, and you can start to make a huge difference in your life. So thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.